Mesachas Nedarim daf pei gimel. The Gemara discusses the machloikis. If you say mitoich shem meifil mesana, meifil she'edim mesana, and the Gemara brings a raya from Isha. There was no the benozer, and the husband was meifir her nezirus, and the Gemara asked maybe the haforu was specifically on yayin that's eating nefesh and not on chartzin that does not have eating nefesh. And the Gemara says ein nezirus lichatzain, and then the Gemara continues and asks from Isha Shanodra Benozer, and she became Tomei. And afterwards, her husband was Meifir, the Nazirus. She brings a chatasoif, and she does not bring a ilasoif. And the Gemara asks, if you say Meifir the Misana, ve'ei Meifir the She'edi Misana, Dilmo, the whole heter of the Haforus Chal specifically on Yayin and Atumo. And the Gemara says that even on Tumo, it's considered eating nefesh. The Brisker Rav in his Sefer has a tremendous arichas to explain the sugya, and he says the Rishonim ask a kasha, that what's the beer in the Gemara is kasha by tumo. The Gemara already said the ein nezirus lichatzain. So what's the Gemara's kasha that is not chal hafar klapi tumo? So the Ran, the Rosh, and Tosfos say the answer is that since you find by Nezirus Shimshon that there is no Isatuma, so you see that the Isatuma is not Meshech Shaykh to the Chalois Nezirus, and therefore doesn't pertain to Allah of Ein Nezirus the Chatzoin. The Brisker Rav asks, that's very hard to understand the Rishonim Teretz, because Nezirus Shimshon is an independent, separate Chalois Nezirus, and it's not a Raya that the Ikar Chalois Nezirus could be without the Isatuma. And the Brisker Rav asks further that it's very hard to understand why the Rambam didn't bring the maskonos of the Gemara over here, that the Gabi Nezirus, there's two independent parts of the Nezirus. There's the Yayin and the Tumo, and technically you can be mefer one without the other, and doesn't pertain to Allah of Ein Nezirus lichatzain the Gabi Tumo, like the Rishonim explain, and the Rambam should have explained this halacha that you can be mefer for Yayin without Tumah and with Tumah without Yayin. So Brisker Rav says the answer to his kashas is that we have to understand the Geder, and that a husband can be mefer and that be mikar akar and not make his guys like it's in the sugya in Nazir Chaf Aleph, and he explains that the Gemara over there brings a raya from this brisa that we mentioned, that Isha Shanodra Benozer, and she's nitma, and afterwards her husband was made for the neder. She brings a chatasoif, she doesn't bring a ilasoif, and the Gemara asks that if it's mikar akar, then she shouldn't bring a chatasoif. And if it's Megas Gaius, she also should bring a Oila Sa'oif. And the Gemara answers that the reason why she brings a Chata Sa'oif is because it's going like a blessed ben Kvar that holds that a Nozir is a Choyte, and therefore she brings a Korban because she was Choyte in her Kabbalah's Nezirus. And the Brisker Rav asked, that's very hard to understand, although she was Choyte with her Kabbalah's Nezirus since mikar akar, and it's as if there was never a Kabbalah's Nezirus in the first place, so why is she bring a Korban Chatos? And Tosfos over there asks further that why is it that she only brings a Korban Chatos that comes B'tumah and not the Kabbonos of Tyro? Memon of Shach, if there is a Nezirus, the Gabe, the Kabbonos of Nezirus above B'tumah, then who then should bring Nezirus of Tyro as well? The Brisker Rav says that's Mavu and the Sugi knows a tremendous Yisoid in the Geder, and that by Hafara Baal mikar akar, that's not the pshat, that's a glui milsalam afreya, kilo there was never a Chalois Nezirus in the first place. Rather, there was a Chalois Nezirus, and that the halacha is that Baal mikar akar is a Chalois akira that's chal at the time of the Hafara, that the Baal could be oiker, the Nedarim mikar, and be meichel a Chalois bittul in the ikar neder. So the Brisker Rav says that if the pshat would be that's a gloy milsalam afreya, so memelo all the halachas even that are not meshech shaykh to the ikar kabbalah's nezirus will be nisbatel, since it's nisbar that there was never nezirus. But since the halacha of mikar akar is a chalois din bittul in the ikar nezirus, it's only the gabi the ikar chalois kabbalah's nezirus, and the akiv is not chal the gabi all the halachas that are nimshach memela from the Kabbalah's Nezirus. So Brisker Rav says that's the beer. And the Gemara knows that she brings a chata soif and she doesn't bring a oila soif. The pshat is she doesn't bring a oila soif because with the akir the mafreya it's nisbatel the chalis nezirus betumo, and therefore she doesn't bring a oila soif. However, a chata soif she does bring, because that's not totally in the chalis nezirus. Rather, since she was mikar on herself nezirus, so therefore she has to bring a korban chatos. And furthermore, since the korban chatos is not mitzad the chalos nezirus, so therefore it doesn't pass the gabi the chiyuv to bring a korban chatos, the akir the mafreya. However, the gabi the oilo, that's the halacha in the ikar nezirus, it passes an akir the mafreya. And according to Sisoy, the Brisker Rav answers Taisis is kasha that specifically the gabi kabonas of nezirus the tum, it's totally in mikar akar omegas gayas. However, the gabi nezirus taira, even if baal megas gayas, since there is no nezirus right now, it doesn't pass a chiyuv of nezirus b'taira, which that's totally in the fact that she is a nazir hashta. According to Sisoy, the Brisker Rav explains the sugya in Nedarim, that the Gemara asked that why does she bring us oila sa'oif? The whole akir is the gabi yaya, not the gabi tumah. The beer in the Gemara's kasha is that since it's nisbar that the agdin akir l'mafrei is only on the ikar kabbalas nezirus and not on zaitik alochas, that's not meshach shaykh the ikar kabbalas nezirus. And that's nisbatel. The entire nezirus is because of a nezirus lichatzain. So the Brisker Rav says that's nisbatel. The entire nezirus because a nezirus lichatzain is only mikan labo and not lemafreya, because the halacha mikar akar is only on the ikar akir on the ikar nezirus. However, mitzad the halacha of a nezirus lichatzain is only misbatel mikan labo. So that's the beer in the Gemara's kasha, that why does she not bring a oila sa'oif? You should say the gabi tum, but there's no akir l'mafreya, and therefore she should have to bring a korban oila sa'oif because klape tum, there is a nezirus l'mafreya. And that the Gemara says that no, even the gabi tum, it is considered eating nefesh, and there is an akira, even the gabi tum l'mafreya. So according to this, Brisker Rav says Miyoshev hate that the Rambam doesn't bring this halacha because the Rambam holds Baal Megas Gayas, and the Gemara over here is only going Baal Meka Akar, so it's Miyoshev Hativ that the whole Shaka V'Tayr of Gemara is going on Meka Akar, which is not Negeya, according to the Rambam that Paskins Baal Megas Gayas. And the Brisker Rav continues, the be'emes yesh lachkor, and that's a muvur, that since ein nezirus lichatzain, therefore the entire nezirus is bottled. This is the pshat that akira and the meka okar through the forest, specifically on the actual nezirus that shaykh afora because of eating nefesh, and the entire nezirus bottle because of ein nezirus lichatzain is immediate in memela, and it's only chal mikan labolik we spoke of before. The pshat is that since ein nezirus lichatzain, so therefore the chalos afora is in chal on the entire nezirus. And the Brisker Rav says the Ran's mashma like a second side, and he explains that's good for the machlokes Rambam and other meforshim, that the Rambam learns that the ein nezirus lichatzain means that it's nisbatel. The entire nezirus mikan labo. However, according to the Ran and other meforshim, since ein nezirus lichatzain, so therefore the chalos afora is in chal on the entire nezirus. You can bring a raya. The Ikki side of Brisker Rav that our sugi is referring to Lamanda Oma Me'al Meka Arka, from that the Shidin Betzes explains the Ikki Machloikas Shmuel and Ebirchan. If you say Metoich Shemefil the Masana Mefil the Sheina Masana I in the Ran and the Rosh and the Bir the Machloikas, like we mentioned the Shil El and Daf Pei Beis, and the Shidin Betzes says the Bir in Shmuel is that he holds Baal Meka Akar, and if you say that the Shahuta Miktsasi Hutu Kuloi similar to Aloha that you find by Ataris Nedarim, you say Hutu Miktsasi Hutu Kuloi. However, Birchan holds that since by Afar it says Lanis Nefesh, if you don't say Hutu Miktsasi Hutu Kuloi, so it's Mavu in the Shita that the sugi over here that says that you say Mitoich Shemefil Masana Mefil Sheina Masana is goofy because of Baal Meka Akar. The Shita has this chiddush that's the same gather as Hutu Mitzasa to Kuloi. but that Teich Shemefel Masana Mefel Shed Masana is Mavur in the Shitim where it says Ayin, the Shil Elend of Samach Zayin, a brought from the Boch Ber. That explains why you don't say Behaforo Hutu Mktsosi Hutu Kuloi and Ayin the Rosh over here. That's Mavur. That's specifically by a Torah that it's making the Ikar Ned and Tatoisi say Hutu Mktsosi Hutu Kuloi.